It's kind of.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to We Like Dota. This is the We Like Dota League, and I need to get rid of my overlay.
Yeah, get that overlay out of here.
There we go.
All of it, Brian.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is round one of the group stage, match 6.
Match 6.
I'm Brian Sabone Yinger, and joining me is Jared Clyde Frog Pedersen.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Hey.
Last Talon and Bunny passed the gauntlet off to us for casting this match, and we couldn't be more thrilled because
Absolutely.
we have not done this in quite some time.
It has been quite a while.
And, well, Jared, we just got done playing a match.
No, we didn't.
Right. It was, it was a little rough for those of us on Noobs Ask Noobs, but congratulations are in order to Too Easy for our Teasy. Very, very strong performance out of them.
Absolutely. Watch out other teams in our group.
Yes.
Because you will have a win against us and a challenge against the other team.
Right.
So,
Jared, let's get into the match here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get into the draft. We have, on the Dire side, we have the Sky Ninjas with all their avatars are very provocatively dressed ladies.
in shirts of superheroes that they all have their names.
Oh,
you see that? So
correct.
we got Batman,
Yes.
Superman, Captain America, Green Lantern, and
Flash.
The Flash.
Yes. And then on the Radiant side, we have Snack's kind of ragtag team. We had a couple of teams who dropped out, and he's kind of sliding one in here.
Yeah.
Sliding one past the goalie,
Right
if you will. And
Sure.
yeah. Okay, so Jared, tell me what's going on here with the draft so far.
We have two teams that are playing each other, and they are picking heroes.
Great. Okay.
10 seconds.
So we do have the Vengeful Spirit and the Sven on the Dire side.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you tri-lane with those? Do you?
We don't.
Right, we don't. I feel like you can solo safe lane either of those somewhat well.
Yeah, no. I mean, you can do pretty much
Yeah.
anything you want with Sven right now. I love Sven in this patch, by the way.
Do you?
I
Why
do.
is that?
Well, first off, he's got the natural cleave, which is so overpowered.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
He has the AoE stun, which anytime you can get an AoE stun on a carry, I'm assuming this is going to be a Sven carry, which you very rarely see a Sven support. Which I mean, it could happen.
We've tried support Sven, and it's
Not to greatest success, but we are not great players.
right.
So I'm expecting this to be a Vengeful Spirit support.
Yeah.
And a Sven carry. But yeah, I really like Sven in this patch, man.
I do like the Shadow Shaman pickup. It seems like in patch 6.82 he has not been as favored as he once was.
Well, the whole pushing meta as a whole was really, really toned down.
Yeah.
Tower Gold has taken down quite a bit.
Yep.
Which you called, by the way.
Yeah.
You did.
Wait, Tower Gold was taken down.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. How much was it taken down?
You only get like 160 for the for tier 1s.
Okay.
You get like 280 for tier 2s.
Yeah.
And it's quite significant. It was like
Okay.
35% or something like that.
Yeah.
So then denials are obviously worth less because it's percentage based as well. So
Right, yeah. But yeah, I still think Shadow Shaman is a really good pickup as a support.
well, he just transitions so well into the late game
does,
with that
yeah.
hex that lasts forever. You have the shackles that really provides great CC. You can even trap people in wards with his serpent ward.
Totally. Yeah.
So I mean, he has a lot of versatility, a lot of lockdown,
Yep.
a lot of really good things that you're looking for, and he can clear creeps with his Ether Shock.
Right.
So
All right, an Omni Knight pick. Okay, I like to see this.
I'm curious to see what cosmetics he'll be rocking on the Omni Knight.
Oh, that's the most important part of playing Omni Knight.
If you don't have good cosmetics with Omni Knight, he just looks like a weirdo.
A weirdo with braided hair.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
His creepy blue eyes.
Yeah.
That weird medallion he wears. I don't know.
So Jared, what do you think about when we pick Omni Knight? I personally kind of like to pick him in the 4th or 5th pick.
Yeah.
Because now I feel like as you're drafting, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but if you're drafting, you're going to want to pick more magic damage, right?
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Dire team.
yes and no. I mean, he has the repel that lasts quite a while.
That's
which
true.
Is,
It's basically a free BKB.
right. So you can't necessarily just pick magical damage, But at the same time, you're going to pick heroes that don't necessarily have to get up in your face to deal damage.
Yeah.
That really kind of negates that Purify that does the pure damage out. So, I mean, right now you have 3 ranged heroes.
10
Yeah.
seconds.
So,
Oh, Ogre Magi. One of the strongest offlaners or supports in the game right now, in my opinion.
absolutely, absolutely. Anytime a hero gets a buff of 10 times for their base regen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Base health regen went from 0.25 in the previous patch to 2.5.
And
that is unreal.
And he starts with 7 armor.
And his multicast got a crazy buff.
Ah, it's crazy.
Ogre Magi is
Yeah.
legitimate again.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He's got those weird nipples, which is a bit of a turnoff.
They are weird nipples, yeah. I do really like on the Radiant side, I do really like this Disruptor pick because I
Absolutely.
think Sky Ninjas, their lineup so far is very positional dependent.
Okay, and then we get a Tiny, so exact opposite of what I was talking about. A guy that needs to get up in their face and do damage.
Yeah, he does.
Don't get me wrong, I love me as much Tiny as you can get.
Yeah. But he does a lot of physical damage.
He does.
Like that's what he's wanting to do.
But his Avalanche and Toss are both magical.
Right.
So, I mean...
Yeah. And
His
the Disruptor...
his right click is crazy amounts of,
the Disruptor Static
physical.
Storm, that's magic. The Thunder Strike is also magical.
Yeah.
Eye of the Storm, that's physical. So that'll be... The Guardian Angel will be a nice counter to the Eye of the Storm.
Right.
But, you know, we talk so much about how Omni Knight can potentially counter this lineup a little bit.
But you have to keep in mind that until he gets an Ags upgrade, the radius on the GA, the Guardian Angel, his ultimate, is only 600.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with that.
So you have to almost farm an Omni Knight.
Yeah.
And a Troll Warlord. Okay, so they are going for a crazy amount of attack speed. They're going for like an attack speed kind of thing. You got the Empower from Ogre Magi. You have the Troll Warlord. What is that called? His ultimate. Battle Trance.
Yeah.
Combine both of those on a Sven with Cleave.
Yeah. And with God's Strength.
Yeah, no.
Which if he can get up
if they can
Ag
pull this
Scepter,
off. Yeah, if they can pull this off.
because Ag Scepter on Sven now, God's Strength will affect your allies, correct?
Yes, it will.
Oh, that's great.
So 200% bonus damage,
Yeah.
hitting 180 attack speed faster with what's the
Reserve time.
Bloodlust? Bloodlust is attack speed of 50. So 50 and
Venomancer.
one.
Okay, and a
180, so
Venomancer
230. Yeah. So this could be. You could see a Sven that's hitting really fast.
I do still
That's
really
pretty
like
scary.
this Shadow or this Radiant side lineup as well, though, because the Disruptor and the
I
Shadow
agree.
Shaman
I agree.
can just keep pulling people and keeping them in place for Tiny to nail down.
Mm-hmm.
Razor obviously with the Plasma Field and the Eye of the Storm, keeping them in range for those. And of course the Venomancer Poison Nova.
The key is going to be control and kite.
Totally.
Yep. If the Radiant can really kite out the this dire team, that's all about the physical damage and hitting people as fast as they can, as hard as they can.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting game. I'm really excited for this matchup.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think what this match is really going to come down to a lot for is positioning. I think positioning is just going to be so important for both of these teams.
Definitely. So do we want to talk about some predictions of lanes before we go out, or are we just going to watch it go?
Let's just watch it and go, baby.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
I'm not controlled by you. I actually have to do stuff.
That's right, yeah.
Crap.
Let's take a look at the Omni Knight cosmetics. These are pretty cool, Jared.
I'm not crazy about. I'm not a huge fan of the helm. I like he has a hood that you sometimes can wear, but I do.
The
like,
hood is pretty cool. Look at this courier. Neilbog. Oh, this is the Neilbog courier.
Neilbog courier.
Oh, that's great. From the hit film Troll 2.
All right.
All right, let's go ahead and introduce the lineups here. I'm going to take a look at the Sky Ninjas here. We do have Superman on the Ogre Magi. We
Doing some
have
aggressive movements
Green
here.
Lantern on the Vengeful Spirit. We do have Captain America on the Sven. That does seem fitting. Like Captain America would be on Sven.
Absolutely.
We have Batman on the Omni Knight.
30 seconds.
And we have Flash on the Troll Warlord, which also makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is making a lot of sense.
And I'll let you handle the Radiant, Jared.
Perfect. We have coming down in the safe lane. We got Snack holding up that Tiny. We got ZYX Ban, I believe I'm gonna go with
Zixban.
Yeah, he's
Oh, and look at this.
rocking. We're gonna have a little
Sky
game of
Ninjas,
bottom rune.
They were all about defending these runes, and Zixban tried to get in there to steal the rune, but with 2 heroes guarding those runes, they are able to harass him out quite easily.
Yeah, we have engagement up at the top rune as well. So completing, we got dual lanes, it looks like. So up top, we have a Venomancer and a Disruptor. So Angel Master, our last-minute stand-in. So thank you, Angel Master, for standing in. And Domino rocking that Venomancer. So engagement mid here on Crab Peaks.
Oh boy, Razor is quite out of position here, and he's just going to get bursted down by 4 people. He throws out a Plasma Field at the last moment to do a little bit of damage to the 3 heroes who just took him down, but
that poor Crab Peaks.
that poor Razor just was just melted. And I think it is worth noting that I don't see any Radiant side wards up, which is a little troubling, Jared.
Well, I mean, this is a team that kind of went last minute together.
That's true, absolutely true. You can't knock them for that. And this Venomancer's a little far forward here, going to be bursted down by the Sven Ogre Venge combo there.
And it looks like we're going to try to TP out, and he will make it in time. Oh, ignite. That ignite.
The Fire Blast stunned him, and that's going to be a dead Disruptor.
So the early movements and I'm guessing communication teamwork of this, was it Sky Ninjas?
Sky Ninjas, yep.
Very good. I think that's going to it's going to pose problems for this Radiant team that kind of is a ragtag group that we're all rooting for.
Yep, that's right. I like to root for the underdogs, Jared.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Omni Knight getting a little low here. He's going to choose to use the Clarity and the Tangos rather than go back to base, which is a good decision.
Yeah, and they are solo offlaning the Omni Knight, which I fully support.
Oh yeah, I do like that.
And he's ready. He's ready if you see him. He's got 2 Clarities, 6...
Oh, he's ready for the worst.
6 Tangos and some magic, some GG branches there. So he's ready to rock and roll.
And these Dire Heroes, they've been casting so many spells so early in the game, they got a Clarity up. Ooh. We have the Neilbog Courier delivering some Tranquil Boots to Ogre Magi. He's got 2-minute Tranquil Boots, Jared. And we do have a little...
He started with Boots.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, he started with Boots, and I think the...
3 Clarities.
Okay, yeah. There you go. And he does do the double stack and pull into the lane there to help control the lane a little bit and help give him some farm.
Absolutely.
But interestingly enough, we do have Tiny doing actually really well on farm. He's almost beating the Troll Warlord in farm, which you always like to see.
Absolutely.
A farming Tiny is not something to trifle with.
No,
Jared.
absolutely. And I'm curious to see what kind of build he goes with here.
Yeah.
Started with a Stout Shield, always a good idea, as, you know, a melee hero.
Uh-oh, there's no sound in our channel.
There's no sound in our channel.
Oh, that's in Dota TV. Hold on. Options. Crap.
Do the thing, yeah.
Enable open mic. There we go.
Now we're
Voice volume. We'll turn that down a little bit. I don't know how to.
Yeah, that looks all right.
Check. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I think that's fine. All right. Well, GG, we're noobs.
Yeah, I normally don't.
We don't normally cast in Dota.
Yeah.
TV. This is actually, I think, the first time. Oh, and we missed
we missed a. Omni Knight got a kill. So we do have a rotation. It
looks like this Omni Knight's going to.
And Sven just chopped down Venomancer, and that's going to be a Disruptor kill, and that'll bring the score to 0-6. And I'm going to put it on directed camera for just a moment while I take a look at the sound options. And I can't do that for some reason.
Why can't you put on directed camera?
I'm clicking on the thing and it's not doing anything.
Give me your mouse.
Okay.
Oh wait, you need it.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah,
okay, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, well, you can watch on Twitch or just not listen to us in the game.
That stinks.
Yeah. So I think this should all be fine, right? I think it's all good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. Master volume, game volume, music volume, voice volume. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, back into that. Sorry about that, guys. I think we should be going here.
It looks like we are having a little bit of a rotation up into the mid lane, so we do want to keep an eye on that. We got 4 rotating mid from the Dire side.
Yep, a little bit of engagement forming up here in the mid lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So I think they're going to go ahead and try and maybe push down this mid tower, which is always a good idea. Try and deny some farm to that Razor.
Absolutely, but they got the last minute stand-in Angel Master.
Yep.
Angel Master.
And Ogre Magi taking a little bit of tower damage here, and oh my goodness, Omni Knight
That
just blowing up that Disruptor. The Disruptor did get off the Thunderclap.
That beautiful, beautiful. Wait, what?
Can you turn off your headphones? Your game headphones?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I think everything should be just fine now, thanks to is it Snack? No, Scott. Thanks to Scott for pointing out that there was no sound in the channel. But all the VODs will be available on our YouTube channel, so you can rewatch them all there as well.
Yeah, the awkward 2 minutes that we were trying to figure that out.
Right. And this Omni Knight just getting the purified damage. He does have the DD rune. I think we're going to see a dead Tiny and just smacks him into the ground there with that hammer.
Oh.
Dropping the hammer, if you will.
Oh no.
And we are playing on, I think we're playing on US West, is that correct,
That is
Jared?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there,
Have you checked out this Sven sword?
the sword on Sven. Breath of the Iron Draken. Okay, that's cool. And we do have
Obnoxiously large.
3 heroes from Sky Ninjas rotating down in the bottom lane here to try and take down this tower, but we do have a Shadow Shaman and Tiny rotating in here to try and stop that. Omni Knight does have that DD rune. It just broke off there. We do have Omni Knight going Staff of Wizardry first, Jared. What do you think he's going to be going for there?
He's probably building into an Ag Scepter, but just wants to get the extra mana pool.
Yeah.
Just getting up the amount of mana that he can have to pop off as many purifications in the GA as much as he needs.
The good old Guardian Angel, Jared.
Oh, yes.
That I've been loving Omni Knight in
As you should. He's
in pub matches.
He's going to be, I think...
And oh no, this Razor's going to go down. He gets a gauntlet thrown on him, and he's just going to be bursted down from the Troll Warlord and the Sven engaging the God's Strength. And that brings our score to 0-10. Taking a look at the net worth, this is already starting to get out of control here with the Dire amassing about 4,000 gold. And let's see here, I'm going to go, there we go. And taking a look at the XP, about the same story with the XP as well.
That's 4 in a row.
And
it looks like
missed Omni Knight getting a kill.
But we did have
Shadow
a,
Shaman. He almost took him down with that Purify again, and I think he's going to back off here. Razor rotating down into the bottom lane, getting a short static link off.
It is 360 pure damage.
He does have it at level 4. Yeah, that is really good.
That is...
The radius is actually a little bigger than I thought it was, too.
Yeah, it's not too small. It's 260, so I mean...
It's tough to land, though, if you are chasing somebody, though.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah. In the top lane, we are going to have Sven rotating up into the top lane, and they're just not giving this Radiant team any downtime, any... They definitely know that they're ahead right now and have decided to press their advantage accordingly, as they should.
Absolutely. And it looks like they're trying to get their supports a little bit more farm. We have our Shadow Shaman mid trying to get some levels, get up that level 6 so they can really start to push a little bit.
And in the mid lane, the Razor has rotated out in favor of the Shadow Shaman to try and get him a little bit more farm and help him to level up a little bit more.
And that's exactly what I just said, Brian.
You did? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention, I'm sorry. I was looking at items.
I know.
We're terrible at this, Jared. It's been months since we've casted a game together.
It is true. It is true. I just had to point that out.
Yeah, as you should, Jared. I mean, you have to, right? Because everyone would just go, oh, Brian's an idiot. Which I am, and now everybody knows it, and I know it.
All right, so it looks like the Troll Warlord in mid is getting a little low here. He's
I'm surprised he hasn't picked up a bottle.
I am too.
With the extra movement speed that he has, where does he get that? Did he have a haste rune? Is that what he had, or no?
No. He has 310 base movement speed and then
Okay.
has phase boots.
Oh, right, the phase boots. I would think we did miss a kill. The Vengeful Spirit did kill the Razor.
That's unfortunate.
Which-
That is not something you're looking for.
Which, that does put the Radiant on the board. No, it does. Wait, where did they get? Did they get a kill
They
earlier?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. The Tiny got a kill. Okay, good for Tiny. And oh boy, we're gonna see a smoke gank or an invis rune gank, and yep, Shadow Shaman's just deadsies.
The battle trance was used, and it was over from the beginning.
But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not. Unless he's planning on going for like a Morbid Mask or something, I think Bottle for Troll Warlord is really good, especially if you get the phase boots, because there's a rune spawning every 2 minutes now.
Yeah,
And
both
you can just
sides.
fill
so-
your bottles so easily.
But I mean, Vlad's is a pretty common pickup on Troll Warlord, so I would imagine that's going to be his next item.
With Ogre Magi, as a recent Ogre Magi player, hold on, we have some rotations going on here. We do have the Sky
but
Ninjas
the
rotating in on this Venomancer and Disruptor, and Venomancer's just going to be bursted down real easy with Omni Knight getting that
the heal
last kill.
bomb. The heal
And
bomb.
Disruptor is going to get out of there, no problems.
Skin of his teeth, but he got out.
Yep.
That's the most important part. Get the crap out of there.
Get the crap out of there.
But we were going to say, playing Troll, or Ogre.
Ogre.
recently.
Yeah. I feel like I don't utilize the Ignite as much. Like, I feel like you need to be using that constantly, and then going in with the Fire Blast.
Dire's structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
I mean, it really depends. If you want to start pushing a lane, an Ignite is really a good way of doing it.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to be looking to press the advantage that they already have and start taking down some towers.
They do have that catapult in the back.
And it looks
Definitely going to take that top. That-
It does look like the Ogre Magi is definitely going to be going for the Ag Scepter, and he's just going to go ahead and dive this Disruptor. And Venomancer might be next on their list, but they decide to not go ahead and burst him down. Oh, and look at this. We do have Tiny going for the Hand of Midas. This is a cheeky play, and I think it's almost necessary at this point in the game.
Well, they are pretty far behind.
Yeah.
And really, if they're going to get back in it, it's going to be on the back of Tiny and Crab Penis.
Crab Penis, yes. They did get this Tier 1 tower taken down. But Jared, if you take a look at the net worth, Tiny's not doing bad. Snack
Oh, no.
is doing a decent job on Tiny.
Well, he's second in last hits.
And hold on here, we do have Troll Warlord running in here. We do get the swap, and that's just going to put him way out of
Swap into the
position.
stun, yeah.
And yeah, the good old classic swap and stun, which has killed me many times.
The beautiful thing, though, the Hand of Midas was not on cooldown.
Right. I do mean swap and stun has killed me many times in the fact that I've done a bad swap and stun as Venge and have fed myself. Which feeding Vengeful Spirit is
It's
actually
not a bad thing.
It's viable now.
It's not a bad
yes.
thing. It's definitely not a bad thing. Oh, Omni Knight goes for an early Yule.
Okay.
So a little bit of control, but also, more importantly, getting that movement speed. Getting that movement speed to get the purification off easier.
And,
it's
oh boy.
not a bad idea.
We've got 3 heroes collapsing in on this Tiny here.
So
and
they most likely identified the fact that he did pick up that Hand of Midas, and they want to shut that crap down. They don't
Yeah.
want to. They don't want to give him any chance of
Right, 'cause-
making a comeback.
because when you pick up a Hand of Midas, that is when you are the weakest, is right after you pick that up. Because all it's giving you is attack speed.
Yeah, and not much.
And Tiny, back the heck out of there. Get out of there.
Yeah,
So I think...
I would go to the jungle and get yourself that Hand of Midas off cooldown.
So we do have 4 heroes here. All they have to do is take down this tower, and I wonder if they know that he's down there. They definitely do. Omni Knight says, come over here. I want to purify the heck out of you. And Yule Scepter being used on the Razor as he does get off a Plasma Field, and the Purify and the Fire Blast from Ogre are going to burst him down. Eye of the Storm was activated, but not going to do too much. Poison Nova does go off, hits 4 of them, as we do have a toss onto the Vengeful
Pretty good
Spirit.
team fight.
Yeah. This is not bad for the Radiant. They just need to continue to clean up a little bit. They did get off that nice Poison Nova, so as long as you can continue to clean up after that goes off, he does do a decent amount of damage.
Absolutely. So
And that does leave them at a 2-for-1, which...
all things considered, with them being this far ahead, that's not a terrible.
I mean, they did get some XP out of it. They did get A little bit of gold. Definitely more gold going to the Dire on that one. And they are
But
going to continue to chase this one out.
Guardian Angel was used.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something.
Yeah, so Jared, let me ask you this. When you're this far behind on the Radiant team, what do you do? Because this just happened to us, and I was like, I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, we didn't know what to do.
Tower is under attack.
And the good old swap and stun is going to be used on Tiny again, as he does just get right-clicked down. And
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It's very unfortunate. Oh, poor Snack. Can't play.
Lag is hard.
I think he's getting a little frustrated, maybe. Let's see. Can I show what my ping is? Ping is 115, so I usually play on US East. I usually get around 60 milliseconds of ping, so that's
About twice.
It's about twice, yeah. But Jared, yesterday I was playing as Omni Knight with 600 milliseconds of ping.
And how'd that go, Brian?
Well, I played with Ben, and I'm not sure if we won or lost. I don't remember. I think we lost.
Well, I just heard Ogre Magi hit the...
Ogre Magi hit the jackpot. He got the multicast with the Fire Blast and took down Shadow Shaman. Venomancer is going to rotate in, and the Thunderstorm is going to be used. Oh, the toss from the
Beautiful
Venomancer!
toss.
It's a great toss. I think that might
downtown.
be a feeding toss. And we do have the Avalanche on the Vengeful Spirit. I hope they're able to take her down here. And
Snack wisely retreats.
Snack wisely retreats. Yeah.
But yeah, that...
Look, if I was Snack, I would have totally dove that, and I
At
would
this
have.
point, yeah.
I would have dived in the died in the process, though. But he is keeping his Hand of Midas on cooldown, and I mean, I know they're really far behind, but they're not quite out of this yet. They still have that Hand of Midas, and if they can get Tiny some farm, I think they might do. They might be okay, Jared. They might be.
Yeah.
I think their big hope right now is to maybe group up as 5 and try and solo gank some of these heroes and get some of those bounties from them.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Which, the bounties in 6.82b aren't as OP as they were in 6.82. They've been rebalanced a little bit, but it's still a sizable amount. So that Purify doing work against the Disruptor and the Venomancer. Ogre Magi going to get the last right click on the Disruptor. Venomancer is going to go down here. Guardian Angel being used. That might have been a little bit of a overextension there. The Fire Blast being used on the Tiny to prevent him from teleporting back. Multicast going to be used on the Ignite. And Racer's going to be tossed up in that Yules. He does throw down the Eye of the Storm. And I think he might be able to get a kill on the Ogre Magi here as long as he can.
Speed, yeah.
Yeah, as long as he can continue to chase him out. But no, Sven rotates in, throws down the gauntlet, and that's going to be a 4-man team wipe. Actually, I think that's a 5-man team wipe because Disruptor
And
died
we did
as well.
have Venge DC, but it doesn't look like they're asking for a pause.
Dire's middle tower.
Sounds like Snack's having a pretty rough time,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
It's hard.
Yeah. But that's how it goes when you run an online tournament.
It is. Yep.
Somebody's going to get the bad end of the stick, you know?
Yep, one way or another. Oh, and this Sven might go down.
This Sven could go down from the tower, and he's stuck in the trees, and
no.
that is a 419 gold for Disruptor, so good for Disruptor. Let's show that team fight recap. 419 gold, no XP from it, because I don't think he was close enough, but hey, that gold's going to be nice. And Omni Knight throwing down the repel so he doesn't get shackled and hexed. And I think we're going to see a kill here. And oh my gosh, he got
The force staff.
that was great. He got shackled and force staff. Who's got the force staff?
I don't know, but it looked like that's what it was.
That's what it looked like to
there a
me.
blink dagger?
Somebody's got to have a force staff.
Oh, and Omni Knight will be going down. He'll tick out.
I don't know what happened there, Jared. So it looks like we're going to see Razor go down. So that is currently 0-3, and a nice throw from Tiny. He just got that kill on the Omni Knight. That must have been a
Hits from
decent amount of gold
downtown.
from him. And Tiny will go down. But I tell you what, the MVP here is that Disruptor. Oh boy, Disruptor, don't be... Okay, he goes mid. Let's take a look at that team fight recap. I love this new screen here, Jared.
The team fight recap?
Yeah. So more gold going the way of the Sky Ninjas, which kind of stinks. More XP going their way. Look at the damage done, though. You know, it's not...
It's not, yeah.
It's kind of even.
And Venge uses pretty much every spell that she has and a TP.
Jared, I don't see any Force Staff under
Yeah.
items used.
I don't either, so I don't know what the hell
I
that
don't
was
know
all
what
about.
happened either. That's incredible. Something happened and it was
It
incredible.
was a little buggy.
Yeah, I don't... I can't explain it. I really can't.
Looks like Razor just went down again, bottom lane.
Poor Razor. So the Razor has gone down quite a bit. Crab Penis isn't proving to be quite as crabby as what he once thought. Omni Knight getting another kill. Am I allowed to say Crab Penis isn't as crabby as he thought? That doesn't even make sense.
More
Jared.
penisy than crab?
I don't know.
What are you talking
We're
about?
getting in a weird zone right now.
You are a weird
Yes.
guy.
Weird zone. So there's a Force Staff from Vengeful Spirit.
So we have one out now.
So maybe Vengeful Spirit retroactively Force Staffed Omni Knight
From the future.
And in the mid lane, the Sky Ninjas are going to go ahead and push the mid tower here as Snack does get bursted down quite aggressively from the Troll Warlord and the Ogre Magi.
And this might be...
Yeah, Venomancer being thrown up into the Yule Scepter, and Razor does back up, but he does activate the Eye of the Storm.
And
And
Battle Trance is going, so...
Hey, and that was a nice kinetic field there. Going to trap
To the static
Going to trap
Okay.
3 of them there for a little bit of damage and a little bit of silencing action there. And Jared, I tell you what, I think one of the most underrated spells on Vengeful Spirit is this Wave of Terror. At
The
max,
Wave of Terror is amazing.
you get a medallion on her, okay? That's 12 armor reduction.
Medallion 6? I thought it was 5.
It might be 5. Let's see, where is medallion?
But either way, it's 5. It's 11 or 12.
Under attack.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of armor reduction.
Absolutely.
That's all you need to
And
know.
each negative armor that you put on somebody, 7% damage amplification.
That's a lot.
So just think about that,
That's a
boys
lot.
and girls.
Boys and girls. So yeah, I think, Jared, taking a look at the net worth here, Tiny was up at like number 2 and 3, and I think, sadly, I think it's almost GG here, Jared, sadly enough.
It's getting close to the territory, unfortunately.
Snack's ragtag group here they have put up the good fight.
Valiant effort.
Valiant effort. They haven't given up. Nice shackle on the Ogre Magi here, but just look how tanky this Ogre Magi is here. Almost 2,000 XP. They have to burn the Poison Nova and a Venomous Gale to take him down. And this Omni Knight just go ahead and puts up Repel, and actually Ogre Magi might go down from the Thunderclap and the Poison Nova. He's getting caught in the static
Yeah,
zone there.
800 gold.
Disruptor getting the kill there. That's a very nice work there.
That is
and
going to be a very, very wealthy disruptor.
That's right.
3 down.
But unfortunately, that is a 2-for-4 exchange.
Yeah, and you're only getting their 2 supports.
Yeah. But hey, look at the gold change here, Jared. Look at the kill bounties here. That's 1,000 gold swing in favor of the Radiant.
Well, good for them.
Good for them. And they got a lot of XP out of it, so ending some of those kill streaks, it's legit, folks. So let's see here. Disruptor should be able to just right-click some stuff here. And it looks like he's going to be...
Battle Trance, look at that. Oh, that is disgusting.
as I just moved my camera away.
Ugh.
And it looks like Disruptor might be
Vomit a
going
little.
for a Crimson Guard, maybe? He does have the Chainmail and Iron Branch.
That would probably be a mech burn.
A mech? Okay. What is a Buckler? Oh, a Buckler isn't made out of a Stout Shield, is it?
No.
Okay.
Buckler's made out of chainmail, an iron branch,
Okay,
recipe.
Jared. Yeah.
I believe.
Well, this is why we're a good casting duo, because you bring the knowledge, I bring the sex appeal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Something like
you
that.
definitely do.
Guardian Angel will go down, and this is a nice little play here. They do have the Shadow Shaman wards going up with the kinetic field, but unfortunately it is just way too late in the
Way
game.
too little, yeah.
The Dire are way further ahead, and I think if they were landing those combos much earlier in the game, this might be a different game, Jared.
Well, your tiny is right-clicking for 208, which is not a bad
Yeah.
thing. If they can get an Eye of the Storm on some people, get the minus armor coming in from that,
Dire's top tower is under
it's
attack.
definitely going to be there. He's going to have Ags on 2,500 gold, which is a long way away. But if you can stop from dying for 4 or 5 minutes, he could farm that up.
Yep, totally.
And it's not necessarily going to be a game changer, but the Dire are taking down Roshan here.
To the Dire.
No real
Oh,
surprise.
and a DD rune right here. Bottom rune. That's not good. Nobody
Yeah.
picking it up, though. I'm not sure
They're
what's
saving
going
it
on
for the
there.
Sven, I think.
Okay. And Jared, I kind of feel like what happened in this game is what happened to us, where
You just get snowballed on.
yeah, we just got ganked so early, and they were able to just press the advantage from like really before the horn even blew. They were just able to press their advantage, and there was
Yeah, it was at the horn where we got
yeah,
killed.
and yeah, those early game ganks. If you don't see them coming, it can be dangerous.
And it looks like this Vengeful Spirit's gonna go down with Thunderclap.
Okay, there you go. Yep. And
maybe
one more
not.
tick.
Oh no.
Oh. Even the Poison Nova knocking her down to 1 health.
Right, it can Poison Nova cannot be fatal.
I was hoping, yeah, I hate that. I was hoping Sven would deny her. I know there's no reason to, but you know, you do it for the lulz, right?
Sure.
And this Troll Warlord does have the DD rune now. He's picking
The
up
rune
the
of good
MKB.
game.
The rune of good game.
Oh, and poor usage of the battle trance, unfortunately, right during the glyph.
Just look at Troll Warlord just hacking and slashing, going crazy here.
Radiant's middle barracks
And this is cheeky. They didn't even just buy a mech or an urn or anything. They're like,
Well, they
"No,
have an
we're-"
Omni Knight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. But to a certain extent, Omni Knight can only do so much, Jared.
I understand.
You know,
I understand.
He can
That's-
only heal so much.
It's a 10-second cooldown, though.
Yeah.
And at this point, he has over 1,000 mana, so he can pretty much spam.
And Ogre Magi does have his Ag Scepter completed. Looks like he is going to be going for a Bloodstone.
And we just saw Sven get that Ag Scepter as well. So we're now sitting on how many Ag Scepters for the Dire team? 3?
We are looking at how do I bring up the items? I'm just pressing buttons. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Can I hit it from the tab?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, Jared.
But there was another one. Just
Okay, there we go. Okay, we're sitting on 3 Ag Scepters on the Dire.
Ugh.
Do you think with Sven, with his Ag Scepter, do we have a hashtag Brave New Meta moment here, Jared?
You know what? We might.
Okay, well said. Well said, Jared.
We might. And this poor Shadow Shaman, just looking for a little bit of farm. He does get a nice ward trap off.
Okay, does get the shackles off. Sven blinks in and just blows him up, and then is just going to cleave down the rest of these wards and take the gold from it.
Very unfortunate.
Oh, that's like 30 gold per ward. I had no idea.
Oh yeah, no, that's like
That's
like
400 gold.
4 or 5 creep waves worth of gold every time you feed
That is okay.
It's legitimate.
There you go.
And we are having another engagement mid.
Yes, this ranged creep is engaging.
How about that?
But seriously, we do see Troll Warlord taking down the Razor, and that's not even funny, Jared. I'm sorry. That's just not
Radiant's
even...
bottom tower is under attack.
Disruptor using up those last of those tangos that he has. And we do have Troll Warlord sitting on the Daedalus and an MKB. So that is a very dangerous situation. And how much damage he's doing, Jared. And we do have Guardian Angel going down, so they can just dive like crazy. We are going to see Tiny go down and Disruptor go down, and yeah, once you start fountain diving, that's no, they're not necessarily fountain diving yet. They're getting close. I do like this change of the elevated fountain, Jared.
The elevated fountain is very, very nice. But again, I'm holding firm to my belief that it should have a 2-tier uphill with a foyer in the middle.
The foyer, yes. Yeah, I think it's a nice change. That in combination with these new gold bounties, I think it really makes you think twice about fountain diving.
I agree.
Of course, it doesn't help anything in pubs. People still do it, but
Absolutely.
gosh, and these guys are just getting blown up.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, we're definitely pretty much at the end of the match here.
Which is fair.
Which is fair. The Sky Ninjas played really well. They, not to take anything away from the Radiant, but they
Absolutely
definitely
not.
they had great movement.
And you can definitely tell that they had practice communication in there.
Yeah.
Whereas the Radiant team operating with the stand-in in the last minute, and last minute team in general.
Yeah, it's a little tough.
Very hard. It's
Yeah,
very
these
tough.
guys have probably had about 3 to 4 months worth of team training time
Yeah.
ahead of them. So,
And even if they've only played together 6 times, that's 6 more times than
right.
this Radiant team that's never played together. So that makes things very, very difficult.
Right. So GG to the Sky Ninjas. Good game, well played. Very nice movement from minute one and good ganks and just good opportunity to snowball and press your advantage when you have it. So good job, guys.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to the podcast and participating in our league.
Speaking of the podcast, Jared, we're going to have the next match coming up in about
15
probably
minutes?
about another 10 or 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So stick with us. I'm going to go ahead and put on another episode of the podcast. Going to go ahead and resume that. So, stick with us, guys. We'll be back real soon.